a gutsy win on our behalf. Our program is doing a great job of raising the standard and giving people a different identity in terms of who they see us as. And I'm so proud of the efforts that this group is putting forth this year because we're making noise in the right way. And I can't express how happy I am for each and every one of them. They all have a story, and they all believed in our program. They believed in me and the vision that we have set forth. And now to see it manifesting itself right before our eyes in real time is a very special thing to witness. I thought that we did a tremendous job of defending a very good team. And they're coached by a legendary coach who I feel doesn't get all of the publicity and the respect and attention that he deserves. So tonight, being able to play Florida Gulf Coast at home and to hold them to 24 attempts from the three-point line, that's admirable in itself when they're accustomed to having 40 or more. But then for them to only hit one is freaking amazing. And I have to applaud the efforts that we put forth on the defensive end. Our young women, they got out there and they rolled their sleeves up and they stayed committed and focused to the game plan for this team. So I'm super proud of us, super proud of the efforts of India, Simone Cunningham, and Jordan McLaughlin. Wow, it was a three-headed monster, but it took the entire team to get it done today.
And that was going to be my question for you, Coach. Jordan said after the win at William & Mary the other night that from here on out it's going to take all 15 girls. What did you guys see from them, and who coming off the bench do you feel like made the most effort today?
I feel like we used the vast majority of the team, and we say that every day. It's going to take all 15. You don't know when your number is going to be called, but you are expected to be ready. And I think that everyone who did enter into the game, they brought something. It may not have shown on the stat sheet, but what we do in the defensive end requires everyone's attention and everyone's focus and everyone's communication skills. And for us to walk away with the type of victory that we did today against Florida Gulf Coast, this is a win that the entire team can celebrate.
You led for most of the second quarter and the third quarter. They jumped back ahead, but the team didn't flinch.
Mm-hmm.
What can you say about just their poise against such a tough team?
Well, that's something that I write on the board. That's something that I wrote on the board during the game, and we repeated it constantly. Just remain poised, because Florida Gulf Coast, they're the type of team where they're so skilled, they're so smart, and they're so well coached that they prey on any mistake. They prey on an individual that flinches. You have to be very solid and very self-assured in everything that you're doing on the court when you're playing a team like them. And I felt like the poise was the thing that carried us throughout this entire game, no matter if they made a run or not. We remained consistent in our approach, had some lapses here or there, but we knew that the mistakes that were made that allowed their runs to come to fruition, it was all based off of what we were doing, not necessarily what they were doing. They made a minor adjustment in terms of some of the calls offensively that they were making, but we got back to our adjustments on the defensive end, and we were able to regain balance, regain our composure, and seal the deal for the win.
India, 13 points, 7 boards, but I feel like a broken record. The stat I want to point to is your 7-for-7 effort at the line, especially late. You just talk about your composure late in the game with the game on the line.
I would just say, like, I got frustrated a couple times, and my coaches and my teammates just held me together, and they were there for me, so I was able to, like, come back up and, just keep being competitive and just trying to finish the game out and just doing what I can to help my team.
Coach, you obviously held them to 1-3. That's incredible, especially coming off their performance where they had a player hit 10 threes.
Yeah.
So what does that feel like, especially with your defensive side?
It feels amazing. It really does. And I think that's probably the hardest place to defend is the three-point line. They're such a tough team to play against because they stretch you. And now when they stretch you, if you aren't poised in your closeouts, then they can slice you to death getting to the basket. They shoot over 30% from the three-point line, and then they score at a rate of 60% in the paint. That's tough. So it took a concentrated effort on our entire team, whether they were on the floor playing or on the bench watching. You had to be locked in and involved in maintaining the rhythm of talking, rhythm of awareness, and rhythm of positioning that's required for us to beat a team like them.
Going into the tough stretch in the
Yeah.
season now, are you happy with where the team's at currently?
Definitely happy, but my players know I'm greedy. You know, I want more, and there's more that they can give. So now it's just about us pushing every single day in practice to make sure that we're enhancing whatever needs to be enhanced or tweaked.
Coach, lastly, you got a road trip going up to Delaware this week.
Yes.
Talk about your approach getting ready for the Blue Hens.
Obviously that will start tonight, looking at them. I know they have a dominant post player on the inside that we're gonna have to pay particular attention to. But I love the fact that we played William and Mary on the road. That was our first road trip of the year. So we kind of got a rhythm established and we're working the kinks out. So now when we go to Delaware, we're gonna have our sights set on packaging up everything that we do at home and taking it with us. And that's our mantra of defending, rebounding, and running. And I'm gonna make sure the players get the rest that they need. We're preparing for finals as well too. So there's a lot of things that can become distractions, but they're built for this. We'll have the proper conversations and we'll make sure that everyone has the right mindset moving forward so that we can compartmentalize and handle our business the way that we need to.